Hey Mechwarrior, welcome back to Opal Plays Mechwarrior 5. This is the all four DLCs, career mode, and we are modded. I'm currently started in 3015. We're up to 3029 now, doing the Kestrel campaign part 2. We're on Sarna. We just finished off on mission 2 there with the HPG, and now we're getting ready to go in and do a mission that supports what we're here for. Which is going after the MIIO code books that are being held by the Mastroika intelligence services of the Capellan Confederation. And we can see all that right there as part of the mission briefing. You go ahead and pause where you need to and read all that. Roll back up to the top again. And as she says, sorry her emotions were getting high, yada yada yada. They piss her off. And they do. You wouldn't be a mech pilot unless you're pretty much an alpha dog, I'm assuming. We'll continue. This is a 300-ton limit for Sarna Part 3. And like we said, this is a raid for the code books. As such, as a raid, I need a relatively quick mech. And as a 300-tonner, I need something a little bit bigger than my Orion, although I could very well do it in my Orion. I need to start beefing up affinity. So I'm going to kick that out to the side. Some of these other ones are going to have to come down if I do, though. So I'm really considering that. I mean, the first pick for I need a fast raid mech is, of course, the Boar's Head, because it runs around at 65. Okay, 64.8. And still puts out alpha damage at 61. But in truth, doesn't have a lot to shoot, in my mind. Not an LRM guy. That puts us over tonnage, but I can easily drop that Victor down to, I don't know, a Crusader and chug away, or even the Warhammer would be good for this, and then we're all good to go. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Now I just thought that through. We're gonna put him back in the Basilic. And I'm going to take my Orion, because I'm already a master in it. Here's why. I'm playing, one of the mods I'm playing is no artillery. And what makes this mission a serious killer is the amount of artillery, particularly at the end, just peeling your armor away. Without that, this is a raid mission that can get heavy, but you can get your way through it. I need to bump that quick draw up a little bit more. It's got, is that really 400 in armor? Okay, about 400 armor. A little less. We'll give it something a little more substantial. And that would be, I think, the Warhammer. Nope. Not more substantial. A little bit more alpha damage, a little more long distance, and a little more building damage, which might come in handy. And we're up on tons now. This is a 70 difficulty, by the way. I haven't been reading those out to you. I'm hoping you know where to see them on the screen. If I remember correctly, yeah, 40 days. Here we go. Deal is Sarna's 6 missions in total. Wait a minute, that didn't give me off. That should have given me all the arms. Yes, indeed. This is a... No. Yeah, Black Knight G is a hero mech. This is the first time I've played, in this playthrough, I've played all 4 mechs being launched as a hero mech. So watch all the arms if you can. Yep, every one of them dropped arms. So why is the Black Widow painted but the Bazzi's not? I must have deselected. I did deselect, I remember now. Here we go. Just another little cool thing about Hero Mechs. I don't know why they did that, but they do.
Right, Commander. We were able to learn the location of Sarna's Mechwarriors headquarters and support facilities around the capital city of Sarna from our captured imposters. If your stolen codebooks were delivered anywhere, it would have been at any of the marked facilities for decoding. With the HPG system down, it's fairly safe to assume the codebooks would not have been able to make it off-planet even if they were decoded. So if you can destroy them here, it's unlikely Liao will be able to retrieve them again. We are deep in enemy territory here, so I can only support you with a small team of commandos. They will tail you and verify the destruction of the codebooks once you destroy the marked buildings. This is your mission, and I need to tend to the Fusiliers and plan our next move. So I'll leave the rest of this up to you and Rihanna. Best of luck.
And to you, Captain Damu. I've got nothing to add to that, Commander, so let's get the job done.
Notice I'm in standard raid modus operandi. I don't turn away from my target for nothing.
Target acquired.
No problem. Check this out. Mech reporting.
There's our third target. Let's be quick about this, Commander.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Assistance immediately. We cannot afford to lose our regional intelligence operations.
Looks like we've got their attention, Commander. Just keep at it.
I got the wrong mission in memory. This is not the heavy artillery one.
It's neat. Gotcha, crawler.
Target destroyed.
And it's still lit up for a target, so that's not the only one. Potentially.
New target, Spider. Target
Nope.
acquired.
Yeah, there's 3 of them here.
Oh yeah, enemy vehicle destroyed.
New target, Grasshopper. Critical.
Well, we'll just run for a while.
It's chopper. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Got no idea where the target is. Guess that wasn't it.
Target acquired. System offline.
That's not helping. It's showing the entire building. Come on. There's a little antenna right there.
Heat critical.
No. Starting to sound like a Lando a little bit, aren't I?
System offline.
Should have taken him for his head. He's gonna eat me up.
Target's trashed.
That's the last facility. The infantry will take it from here.
That
We
was a
need to
screwy
evacuate
one.
now, before McCarran's armored cavalry shows up in force. Make
back
your
way
way to
before
the
I get the
launch
crap beat out of me.
site.
All
System
personnel, I'm
offline.
initiating protocol for ensure
That didn't help.
Evacuate all facilities. Destroy and burn all hard drives.
Kind of deserving this now.
Data caches before you evacuate. Make sure we leave nothing but ashes for these deviant dogs.
Although in truth, nobody's all that hurt. Get out of here. Well. Awkward black screen of death. Really got to figure out where that last target is. Just do better next time. And strange sound artifact. So I'll just get out of that as quick as I can. Nobody too badly hurt, even with my incompetence built in. We'll just move along. What we got? Standard cell, repair. Oh, that was the Ember. Shucks. Man. Okay, I wouldn't collect it anyway. But I kind of want it. That was just not fair. Sorry y'all had to look at all that stuff. Better than pausing and mysteriously it reappears. I try not to do that kind of thing to y'all. Continuity and all that. Should have noticed that. Yeah, see how the name of it's in yellow. So right there you're supposed to know it's a hero mech. And I'm going to keep it because I don't know what I'm going to be doing for infiltration missions, etc. on my own. So, fair all. And longest work order is 16 days. Oh, we got plenty of time. Plenty of time, because I'm pretty sure the next mission's a long time away from that. 44 days. I could build entire mechs from scratch in that time. Compared to the DLC 4, Rise of Rasselhaig, this is not a very tight mission at all. Tight missions at all. And that's why when they tightened up and did Kestrel Lancers the way they did, with almost no time in between, 4 or 5 days, you can do a scratch on your paint, and that's about it. If you want to go back in with a fully refreshed mech, or you got to run in with already beat up mechs. Comparatively speaking, they made that way too tight. It's not enjoyable when you're struggling and losing. And in some cases playing a mission, 8, 9, 10 times just to get through it in a way that you think you can proceed on. It's just, wow. Too hard. Maybe they'll fix that. Maybe they'll leave it the same. Maybe they'll just call us all rookies and that their testers played it with no problem. I don't know. I've seen it done both ways. I've seen players that I respect quite a bit struggle and have issues, and because they they get inside tracked-on stuff, all they can do is say, "Wow, that was fun," and you can hear the frustration in their voice when they're playing it. We'll leave it go at that. Here we go. Whoop. Slow button push. Mission briefing. This is mission 4. Mission 4 is the, yeah, good one. Nice long drawn out one. We've already been playing 15 minutes. I got plenty of time to run it. Let's continue. We're going to be in a swamp. Not really. And I'm going in heavy this time. We might only take 3. No, taking 3 would be, nah. This is the Crater Cobras and the Screaming Eagles. They're going to be inside of a derelict warship. We're going to go in, meet them up there, and save their butts and bring them back out. Ready, set, go. And we'll do it for money. If I recall correctly, I can go back and look. We started Kestrel Part 2 with about 25, maybe, million C-bills, so yeah, we're doing okay for cash. Confirm that. I am not doing this in an Orion. I will do it in the DH because I have plenty of time to repair afterwards. And we'll adjust tonnage appropriately. Which in my mind is we're not going to at all. I'll just take the loss of 20% of the money. I want my guys beefed up. If I could, I would beef him even more. Because the Black Knight is reaching the end of its usability. His UAC-5s don't have enough punch. They got damage per second, but an AI does not fire them per second. I know what I'm gonna do. One of these guys is good in a stalker. I'll take average is good. I'm gonna take that, not because it's I need it, but because it's just fun. I love watching that stalker, or seeing the results of the stalker.
The ruins of the derelict warship are straight ahead, Commander. The Crater Cobras and the Screaming Eagles have taken refuge in its interior. If we want to have any chance of getting out of this mess alive, we're going to need their help. Let's hope they aren't in as dire straits as we are.
Kinda meant to take the Atlas A on this one. Just for the boom factor, the sheer joy of 5 SRMs, SRM-6s. That's alright.
Amazing! I never thought I would ever see one of the ancient warships. These things used to be at the top of the food chain when it came to the supreme military power of the Star League. Massive spacecraft that acted as jump ships, armed to the teeth with naval weapons and assault dropships.
And were often used to rain death across entire systems with nuclear fire and chemical strikes. Untold billions died at the hands of these monsters. It's not surprising that they were the first things to be targeted and destroyed in the early succession wars.
Let's just be clear, they haven't seen it yet either. There's pieces of it. Kinda had a big rock in front of it, didn't it? Let's go in the back door, up the missile tubes. Engine exhaust, whichever. Well, this should end in mid 3029. I need to go in at the back of it. I went around the rock the wrong way. Oh, hurt my legs. Wasn't that much of a drop. And after all, this is an Atlas. Warship debris. Nice broccoli trees. I don't know what jungle these guys ever lived in. That's a broccoli plant. Look at that. Some hollandaise sauce on that. Chew it up. Make your mama proud. The reason I go in this way is to familiarize myself with the layout of it before the shooting starts. Our allies are all the way up in the front of it. This is a warship. It was a planet buster. It was what guarded the jump ships and drop ships, etc. while they were in orbit taking their stuff down. You gotta read the books. At no point during any of the actual books does anybody have warships except for the clan. They kept theirs. And they instantly bid them away anytime they went into a system before they were fighting. Because it was kind of dishonorable. Bring down a nuclear holocaust.
Federated
So
Suns
what?
IFF. You out there, identify yourselves.
We are an independent detachment of the 2nd Crucis Lancers on special assignment. We're here to help.
Brianna Campbell? Is that you? I thought you were with that Merc outfit from the Galahad War Games. What are you doing broadcasting Davian military IFFs?
That's a long story for another time. For now, we're hoping to help each other out of this mess.
That's highly optimistic of you. We dug into this position to defend ourselves from an incoming advance from the 3rd Mechwarriors Armored Cavalry. They've been probing our defenses for the past week after we repelled an all-out assault from them at Graves Hallow. If you want to help, join us, and let's push these bastards back. Keep us in good enough shape, and we might just live to see tomorrow.
Colonel Westrick, enemy scouts just crossed the outer perimeter. They're here.
Well, okay then. Let's get to work. Brianna, Commander, we'll appreciate the assist here. Keep our mercs in fighting shape. We won't be any good to you dead.
Well, I won't be any use for the VTOL, but I can tell that right now.
New target marked.
Get your guys out the way. I gotta get my timing down again.
Reserve forces from the Karens appear to be crossing the perimeter. Things are going to heat up quickly here.
Understood. We should be able to pull through if we can keep our forces in the fight.
We'll do our best, Colonel.
Target destroyed.
I killed the Raven blowing ECM quite a bit ago. My Basilisk should be countering it starting now. That's by selecting the Basilisk and saying 6 to change his ECM mode. To counter instead of blowing.
New target Javelin.
Look at him. that wall up there at the last minute. Shoot my guy in the head. Thinking it was a wall there. Easiest way to take out light mechs. Chainsaw their legs.
Vindicator. Target destroyed.
It's me trying to save some ammunition. Fall down. Something wrong with the walls on this thing. Putting them in and taking them out. Like that. That's just weird. Drop ship on the approach. It's suicidal. Wouldn't destroy you, ran into your leg. Done blown up, sir. You get out of. Good way to get yourself killed.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Target destroyed. Orion.
Some bigger ones, folks. Let's go.
Yes, my commander. It's weak. Enemy mech destroyed.
How much aggro? Got something.
Target destroyed.
Hey, Limper. Fall down.
Critical. Perfect. Target acquired.
I got it.
Target destroyed.
16 to 24.
Let's do it.
There used to be a mech trap down here. I think they fixed it. Don't go there. Used to be a piece of loot down there you could get if you did. I don't know what the DLC did with this. It's the first time I played this since we loaded the DLC. So, this is strange. I guess the drawing's off or something. I don't know.
It's a chopper here. Hello, new contact.
Two of them up there. No way to get to them. They are part of the number I have to get that remain.
No problem, boss.
Let's go. The shark leave through the wing? No, it's good.
Goodbye.
New target.
I am up to the task. I'm on it.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
but these bastards just don't give up. Crater Cobras, stay
Get me off this
strong.
wall.
We've almost got them.
Target destroyed. New target quick draw.
Roger that.
Target destroyed.
Yes, he was. I think the 4 that are left are the VTOLs, and I got to go out and get them. I see 2 of them at least. I see green flashes of laser saying they're shooting at me, but I got a roof that's coming and going, so. I will go out and invite them to look at me.
Target acquired. Target acquired.
There's a chopper here. Target trashed.
More than 4 of them. These aren't counting.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, those did not count towards my 24. Let's get back in here. Yep, they're still shooting, so let's go help.
New contact.
New target marauder.
Tremble at the rise of Halcyon.
I think I shot it through that hole.
Target acquired.
I can't do that, boss. Target confirmed and locked in.
Target destroyed.
Excuse me.
Target acquired.
Roger.
Defeated.
Well, that's going to happen once in a while, isn't it? Get me around this steel plate. I have to drop a ton of this armor for half ton of SRM or so, huh?
Target destroyed.
Excuse me, one more, and he's right there.
Target acquired.
Target is confirmed.
All remaining McLaren's forces appear to be withdrawing. For now, our forces are in the clear.
You have our thanks, Commander, but without us being able to transmit off system, I'm very skeptical about our overall chances at survival. A very strong ECM field is preventing us from contacting anyone at the system's jump point. We have a long shot plan to try to get a message off-world. With your help, we might just be able to do it. Come by our command center and I'll share the details with you.
And that is the end of Sarna Mission 4. And we're all officially hooked up with all the people we were playing war games with on Avastat, the beginning 2 missions for Kestrel Lancers. As you can see, this is not a place to come to build your reputation greatly, because it just really doesn't. 120 for a mission at this level is pretty low. Pretty low indeed. I think it evens out in the end with rewards, but per mission, pretty chintzy. I get 7 picks. And I got a spider sitting there saying, take me, take me, take me. Whereas I'd love to take that Engine Core 320 on a strictly value basis. That's a lot of shares to get it. Yeah, I did pick up 3 of these already. Yeah, I'm still thinking about picking up the active probe. Imagine a lance with all 4 of you having active probes, so that when you tell somebody to target this, they can actually see it. Sometimes I think that's what goes wrong with when you tell somebody to target something, they just don't go do it. They say yes, but they don't go do it because they can't see it. And that's something that needs to be picked up on. Because usually, as long as it's still within your reticule, they say yes, and then they fart around and don't go do it. Look at that damage for me. Where's everybody else? Wow, look at that damage I took. Where's everybody? Look at that. Where's everybody else? Huh. Okay. And yet another pilot who's been dispossessed. As usual, sell a mech, use the money from it to, well, not really, repair all of our damages, maybe. 65,525, repair all. Yeah, it only cost 200 grand, so I came out ahead by buying that mech. 22 days, that might be an issue. Now, I'm not taking the DH on the next mission, so that's okay. This is where you got to be careful with which mech you take on Mission 5 and Mission 6, because you don't get time to fix them up in between. Let me check my notebook real quick. To be specific, you get believe it or not, I don't have it written down. Must be nothing. I'm not sure. Repair all, missions up. Folks, that's going to be it for this episode of Opa Plays Mechwarrior 5. Unfortunately, you're going to have to wait till the next episode to see what Sarna 6 looks like, 5 and 6 look like. And until then, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And Opa's out.